You guys on here don't want to give John Cena any goddamn credit at all. Seriously. Hey, first off, hey, what's up, guys? Gemini. Back with another video. Okay, so I seen something on Monday night. I come on YouTube after Damien Sandow wrestles John Cena, and all I fucking see all over YouTube is everyone. John Cena buried Damien Sandow. John Cena just killed Damien Sandow. John Cena never puts any talent over. John Cena needed to lose the world title to Damien Sandow. And that's all I saw splashed all over YouTube. And Cena's a fucking faggot. And fuck Cena. He sucks because he can't wrestle. And it's just like... Okay. Let's look at it from this perspective. Damien Sandow looked the best he ever looked in his career on Monday night. And John Cena had a hell of a lot to do with that. Let's put it this way. John Cena doesn't elevate talent. Edge, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, anybody he's ever worked with, the Nexus, have gone to a new stratosphere by working with John Cena. That's fact. John Cena has elevated so many wrestlers. Obviously, CM Punk, when they were fighting in 2011, 2012, CM Punk was launched to a new stratosphere, and Cena had a hell of a lot to do with that. Isn't it kind of funny? Isn't it kind of ironic that after SummerSlam, after the big match, wrestling John Cena, the world champion, Daniel Bryan becomes this megastar? Well, John Cena had a lot to do with elevating the guy. John Cena is the world champion. He could be a real dickhead backstage and say, man, I don't want to work with Damien Sandow. I ain't going to work with that motherfucker. You know, Cena could do that. Cena could be like how Hogan was in WCW and not want to work with people like Dean Malenko. You know, Hogan used to refer to Dean Malenko as a great little cruiserweight. You've never heard John Cena ever put down another wrestler. Ever. You've never heard that. You've never heard John Cena call anybody a great little cruiserweight. Cena actually is extremely unselfish. He's the world champion. He's the cash cow. That's why they have him win, is because he's making the company money. You know, it's not because he goes backstage and says, I need to beat you, you, and you, and you. He's told to win. You know, and you guys look like it's Cena being selfish. You know, it's not Cena's decision to win. He's told to win and lose. You know, and of course they're going to have Sandow, you know, a fairly new guy, lose to John Cena. You know, they're not going to have Sandow beat the world champion on Monday Night Raw for free. They're going to make you buy the pay-per-view. You know, so anyways, I just wanted to get this video out of the way. Just a couple thoughts on all the Cena hate. And it's ridiculous. The Cena hate has no validity at all. It has no merit. It has no logic. The only reason why you guys even hate Cena is because it's the cool thing to do. And so we're so worried. We're in such a society. We're worried about being cool. You know, we're worried about looking good. Oh, I better not cheer for Cena because that's not cool. You know, and okay, I've heard it all before. 5 moves to doom. He sucks in the ring. He kills talent. Fuck Cena. Come up with something new. You know, and to be honest with you, it was a pretty damn good match for Sandow this week. He really didn't, and he's had damn good matches in the past with Edge and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam was tremendous. So your validity about him being this terrible wrestler, he's actually not a bad wrestler. He's actually a pretty damn good wrestler if you ask me. And yeah, I'm on board with Cena. I don't give a fuck about being cool. And, you know, I don't care what kind of dislikes I get on here. You can dislike it all you want. Because that's all people do is dislike anything Cena. I don't care. I think Cena's awesome. And that's fact. I'm Gemini. I'm out. Cena's awesome. You guys can say what you want, but Cena's awesome. It's going to be sad. It's going to be a sad day because one day John Cena will retire. And all that you guys are going to do is fucking do the same thing you did when he got injured. You're gonna cheer the fact that he retired just because he sucks. Just because he sucks, right? And it's gonna be sad because his legacy forever is going to be remembered for a bunch of internet marks who, once John Cena got some success, they all turned on him because he wasn't a good technical wrestler. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm not asking you to like Cena, but at least respect him for his contributions in wrestling. He's made some damn good contributions. He's sold the most merchandise in the 2000s, and he's a damn good wrestler. And he's a good guy. You know, John Cena's doing good in his life. You know, and he's helping the WWE, not hurting the WWE. He helps them a lot, man. If it wasn't for John Cena, you know, I don't think WWE would be where it's at today. You know, John Cena makes new stars. John Cena is great with the kids. John Cena's a good wrestler. There's nothing wrong with Cena. You know, you guys just need to look past the edge of your nose and realize that Cena's awesome. You know, like him or not, you know, I bet you if he turned heel, everybody would start liking him again. But everybody hates the Boy Scout gimmick. But no one wants to give him an ounce of credit, an ounce of respect. You know, I have all credit. I give all the credit in the world to John Cena. I give him so much respect for everything he's done in WWE. And you guys don't appreciate shit that Cena's done just because he sucks. That's the stupidest reason ever. There's been a lot of bad world champions before. Psycho Sid was the world champion. I don't hear anyone saying he sucked. You know, Cena could wrestle a hell of a lot better than Psycho Sid. You know, you guys don't appreciate shit. I bet Cena could die tomorrow, and you guys would all fucking throw a YouTube victory party. You know, you guys should be jerks about John Cena. Seriously. You can dislike this video all you want, but you guys are all jerks about John Cena. You know, like him or hate him, at least give him some credit. Seriously, I've never met a bigger group of jerks on here when it comes to the Cena haters. You guys are jerks when it comes to John Cena. You guys have zero respect, you know, for John Cena. You know, I feel bad for John Cena, honestly, having to deal with all the jerks he probably has to deal with on a daily basis just because he's not cool. You know, you guys should try, like, just looking past the edge of your nose and maybe not being such jerks about Cena all the time, you bunch of jerks. Gives his life to entertain you. Obviously, he's well paid and he's fucking Nikki Bella every night, but the guy gives his life to you, puts his body on the line, goes through all these injuries just to come back and entertain you, and you give him zero credit for shit. You guys give him nothing, you know. Try giving him a little credit. The guy's been there for you, you know, and I don't give a shit if he sucks or not. John Cena's awesome, and I'm on board.